Hello everybody, welcome to Wembley. A big night awaits Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain. Welcome to London, welcome to Wembley. The home of English football and the home of the Charity Cup final in 2025. This has been an incredible year. We started out with 32 teams all the way back in the group stage back in July. And now we are here. Here we go then. Well, Arne Slot picks Virgil van Dijk as his captain. And well, a few changes. Alisson returns to the lineup, but back four: Smith, Van Dijk, Konate, Frimpong, Gakpo, Martin Plesher, McAllister and Salah, Szoboszlai and Ekitike. No Wirtz, no Isak in the squad. Well, a big night for Liverpool. An early Charity Cup trophy would be huge for their season. They're not having the best of times at the minute as well. But in their way, the imperious Paris Saint-Germain. Well, after steamrolling Inter in the semi-finals, marvelling over Marseille in the quarters and knocking Atletico Madrid out on penalties, Luis Enrique picks Marquinhos as his captain tonight. Unchanged again since the semis and the quarterfinals. Chevalier, Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele and Desiree Doué lead the line. Well, this is the biggest game on Westie TV this winter, this Christmas season. You're celebrating a very, very Merry Christmas to you. Here we go. A meeting of the best of the best. And we're already doing the classic American football style punch forward. Well, a lot of talk about whether Mo Salah would start this game, and in true Liverpool spirit, he has started. Tyler Smith starting at left back, Frimpong favoured. Well, these two teams met in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League last season. And that famous win on penalties from Paris Saint-Germain set them on their way to the final where they beat Inter Milan. Here's Ekitike. Martin Plesher. Came so close to scoring against Manchester United in the semi-finals. And well, Liverpool have come a long way to do it. They beat United, Bayern, and many more as well, and Manchester City as well, sorry, as well in that list. So big teams, three big teams in the European scope. Kvaratskhelia now on the ball. Here's Vitinha playing it into Ousmane Dembele inside the box. Tyler Smith gets a knock on it, and Cody Gakpo heads clear. Van Dijk, Gakpo into Smith. Well, it's been a interesting start to the season for Arne Slot's men, the reigning English champions. Have had a interesting start, you might say, to their season, and Liverpool, I think, not looking forward to these Christmas fixtures, especially with all the noise and the media frenzy about Liverpool and their performances. McAllister forward to Ekitike, Szoboszlai on the run. Mo Salah brought into Szoboszlai once again. McAllister into Szoboszlai, tried to get through into Ekitike, but PSG read that one really well. Well, Salah is certainly the player to watch under media scrutiny. Arne Slot starts him tonight, but no Isak and no Wirtz. It's starting to worry, I think, a lot of Liverpool fans. Konate and Van Dijk meet in the middle. McAllister playing it forward, and, well, Gakpo. No connection. Well, Desiree Doué was the star of the Inter Milan game last year in Munich. Also did extremely well against Inter Milan in the semi-finals in this competition. Of course, PSG racking up a 7-0 aggregate win across the 180 minutes they played. Liverpool, of course, beating Manchester United at Old Trafford on the final match day. Doué knocking it on to João Neves. Well, it's really a race to see who will be top scorer tonight, Kvaratskhelia or Mo Salah. Remember, every goal in this Charity Cup, Doué now, Dembele, Fabian Ruiz cut out by Frimpong, and now it's forward by Mo Salah. Remember, every goal and clean sheet in this competition adds 25p to our Mind charity pot. Go and donate yourself. justgiving.com/page/Westie TV for Mind. Any donations are appreciated, and we'll have the final total announced at the Westie TV Awards on the 30th of December. Here's João Neves. Fabian Ruiz into Vitinha, trying to knock it past Martin Plesher and succeeds. Dembele into Doué. Achraf Hakimi knocking the ball onto João Neves and has to knock it back out again to Vitinha. Well, Vitinha was one of the players considered to be highest ranked in one of the FIFA the Best awards the other week, which Ousmane Dembele ended up winning. I'll tell you what, this PSG team could be a force for many years to come. They proved so exciting and so... well, it's such enforcers, this entire competition. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Played back in, João Neves on the ball. Neves into Dembele, Fabian Ruiz trying to lock it onto Kvaratskhelia. Now PSG have the attack fizzle out. Liverpool just looking a bit nervous in this past 10 minutes or so. Now looking to turn defence into attack. Hakimi, Pacho, that's lovely from Pacho, wow. Excellent skill from William Pacho. Vitinha onto Doué. Remember, we only had one game go to penalties in this Charity Cup this year, and that's the PSG were involved. Here's Dembele, and a foul nearly given against Liverpool. Here's Achraf Hakimi. Ousmane Dembele. Doué, back to Dembele. Sleeky football from Doué! There we go! I said it was sneaky football, and Doué has snuck one past Liverpool. And the French side are 1-0 up for their resident Frenchman. First goal of the competition for Desiree Doué. And the goal has come up when he needs it most. And well, Paris Saint-Germain take the lead here at Wembley. Half an hour played and we've opened up the scoring. It's been all PSG traffic so far. Hakimi into Marquinhos and taken away off Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike knows a bit about PSG, knew in his little days. Well, Liverpool have had a... remember them all the way back in the group stage when they were playing Arsenal and Azzy Lions and Al Nassr. PSG had AFC Wimbledon, Inter Miami and Bayern Munich. That, I suppose after that first match day we saw against Bayern, Vitinha played through to Kvaratskhelia. Double trouble for PSG. It's great. It's 8 for Kvaratskhelia in this competition. And the Georgian winger puts PSG 2 up in the final. Brilliant. So good from Kvaratskhelia. Just perfect. Absolutely perfect from PSG and Liverpool alike. Martin Pleasure. Dembele back to Vitinha. And well, we're not even at half time yet, by the way, and that's... And now Dembele. Oh! It was almost free. And Ousmane Dembele saw his name up in lights. Well, don't forget, we're going to have at the Westie TV Awards, we're going to have all the tournament prizes given out. So that'll be things like clean sheets, golden boots, golden ball as well will be handed out and analysed and assessed by technical observers. Here's Ousmane Dembele, through for PSG. Alisson with a great save this time. I thought that was going to be free on the stroke of half time. Vitinha into Dembele. Kvaratskhelia on the ball once more. Ruiz to Neves. Pacho. Played wide, looking for Doué. Martin Pleasure into Smith. Well, it's been a very one-sided first half. Liverpool are not in it at all. Here's Cody Gakpo. Szoboszlai. He didn't try and knock it past Ekitike, but not quite to be. Pleasure cut up by João Neves. And Vitinha plays it onto Dembele. And McAllister right in the back of his opposite number. Here's Doué into Fabian Ruiz. Bit of traffic between in red. And Mo Salah picking up the ball now. And a minute of added time here at Wembley before the end of the first half. And that is a cynical challenge on Dominic Szoboszlai. Inside the midfield by William Pacho. And this is a yellow card coming out for the Paris Saint-Germain centre-back. You wouldn't think. And that is a... Oh my word, he's on studs up as well. Well, he's very lucky. He's a very, very lucky boy, William Pacho. Named as one of the centre-backs in the FIFA Team of the Year. And, well, there we go. The half-time break and the half-time whistle. Here at Wembley goes. And, well, PSG, one-way traffic, you might say. Liverpool have not had a single shot on target. And, well, this will change, I'm sure, in the second half. Liverpool 0, PSG 2, half-time here in the Westie TV Charity Cup. Welcome back, everybody. Second half underway here in Wembley. And, well, Liverpool trying the exact same as the first half. That PSG... straight from the kick-off, straight out into touch, and, well, they've not really responded to the idea, and they've not really pushed up themselves. Cody Gakpo bypassed by the Paris Saint-Germain midfield. Hakimi into Dembele. Fabian Ruiz lets it run, and now Hakimi's there. PSG turning defence into attack. Hakimi, Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia. Neves on the edge of the area. Kvaratskhelia, it's in! Not even 5 minutes after the full half-time whistle, and Kvaratskhelia puts PSG free up on the night. And, well, you have to say, poor goalkeeping from Alisson. Worst defending from Liverpool. And Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. And, well, that's poor from Alisson. Such a poor goalkeeping error from the Brazilian keeper. And, well, Liverpool have a mountain to climb. They've been 3 down in finals before and come back to win it, but this has had different shades. This is a completely dominant team, and Paris Saint-Germain. Surely, I mean, Liverpool have still not had a shot on target. To put this into perspective. Ekitike back to Konate. Pleasure to Van Dijk over to Smith. Now, Tyler Smith was not part of Bucks FC as he Lions the other night in Baku, and to focus on this final for Liverpool, and I don't blame him there. Substitution then for Paris Saint-Germain. Goal scorer Desiree Doué comes off to a round of applause from the PSG end. And Bradley Barcola comes on for Le Parisien. Szoboszlai. Salah back to Frimpong, and now Salah's in here again. Salah across the box. Martin Plesher still looking for his first goal of the competition. Szoboszlai. Plesher into McAllister. Ekitike couldn't quite control the ball and it's lost. Well, still 35 minutes left for Liverpool to find some goals. And then get within one, it's still game on here at Wembley. And Kvaratskhelia is now taking the Michael, as you might say. Oh, there we go. It does it again. Kvaratskhelia. Hakimi for PSG. Dembele. Vitinha. Knocked onto Neves. Great save by Alisson that time. Hands have strengthened. There you have it. There's the tail of the tape if you want shots on target. PSG 5, Liverpool none. Szoboszlai. On the ball for Liverpool. Cut back and down. Mo Salah's in the box. Salah! Good save by Chevalier. Really good stop by Lucas Chevalier. And PSG. The first Liverpool shot on target of the night. Salah whipped across the box. Van Dijk is there. Hello, here we go. Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool scores. He's a threat from the aerial positions, but Mo Salah whips it in. Van Dijk rises highest, and that's a bullet header from the Dutchman. And there we have it. Right over the top of Chevalier. And Liverpool have half an hour to find a double. I'm sure PSG will think otherwise to this. No one's come back against PSG, and no one's beaten PSG, in fact, in 90 minutes since the Bayern Munich fixture in matchday 1. Here's Gakpo on the run for Liverpool. The comeback could be on here for Liverpool. Nope, not quite to be for Cody Gakpo. Put across the box, but no one's there. And Salah and Frimpong playing into McAllister. Szoboszlai. Mo Salah. Trying to find some space for Liverpool. McAllister into Szoboszlai. Plesher. Wide to McAllister. Alexis McAllister into Dominic Szoboszlai. Vitinha picks up the ball and Dembele. Well, Plesher's trying to cover as much ground as he can. I think he's been let down tonight, Martin Plesher. He's really been giving it his all in the midfield for Liverpool. 20 minutes for PSG to hold on for a first Charity Cup title. And if we are to be back next year for another Charity Cup, PSG will get an automatic berth, so they don't have to feel like they need to qualify. I'm sure they will be back anyways. They've been incredible teams in this competition. Liverpool, though, in the meantime, still up for debate. Hakimi. Neves. Dembele on the ball inside the box. Fabian Ruiz. The Spaniard. Kvaratskhelia. João Neves. Vitinha. PSG trying to find a way through. Liverpool got 11 behind the ball. Neves played wide. Here's Barcola. Gakpo picks up the ball. Alisson's going to get there first. Virgil van Dijk. This is dangerous, Liverpool. Very dangerous. It's like juggling your house keys over a drain passing behind there. He's Gakpo. Cody Gakpo on the ball for Liverpool. Gakpo's in for Liverpool here. Ekitike's up back there. And he's 3-2. Liverpool are within one. Oh, Liverpool within one. And it's Hugo Ekitike. The man, considered the informed striker of Liverpool, has got them within one. He had to wait, Arne Slot. He had to wait. But we are 15 minutes away for the full-time whistle. And Paris Saint-Germain are starting to maybe see the cracks fall under them. No one has scored 2 against PSG, by the way, since the Bayern Munich fixture. So this is stretching all the way back to July in the Charity Cup. Dembele, Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia on the ball. If you can put it to the end of the Liverpool comeback, it'd be PSG, hand on the trophy. Dembele, Neves. Liverpool needs to be imperious now. Mendes, Virgil van Dijk cuts it out. McAllister into Szoboszlai. Salah. The run's there for Liverpool. And he's got 4 in support. McAllister. Into Gakpo. Not quite to be. 10 to go. In what's been an absolutely thrilling final at Wembley. Dembele. Over to Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Played into Mendes again. Nuno Mendes for PSG. Game, set, maybe the match. We thought the comeback was on. But some electric pace from Nuno Mendes. And now you can start putting the name on the trophy, maybe. It's not over yet. Still could have a few more goals in this one. Don't forget 25p or Dembele actually coming off Goncalo Ramos and Ryan Gravenberch coming on for, I think it's Szoboszlai, so we'll have to see where we go from here. But 25p from every goal and clean sheet in this competition. We're not getting any clean sheets tonight, but 4 goals for PSG, 2 goals for Liverpool. A nice £1.50 added to our Minds charity pot. We'll reveal the final total from our Mind fundraiser this year to the awards on the 30th of December. But don't forget, you can go and make your own donation. justgiving.com/page/Westie TV for Mind. Mind's a fantastic charity and we'll love your support. Thank you very much for everyone who has donated so far this year. It's been absolutely incredible. Neves to seal it for PSG. And Paris will be on a party tonight. It's 5 in a final again for Paris Saint-Germain. And Liverpool are beaten at Wembley once again. Pleasure. 3 minutes added time. 3 minutes for PSG to hold on. They've restored the 3-goal lead, but if they want more, well, world's your oyster. Here's Ruiz. Left to Nuno Mendes. McAllister playing it forward to Ekitike. Well, if Liverpool to get a consolation, it would be purely charitable at this point. Ekitike into Gravenberch. McAllister. Ekitike back to Virgil van Dijk. And there you have it. Paris Saint-Germain, the favourites coming into the tournament potentially, are champions of the Charity Cup. What an incredible day this has been for Paris Saint-Germain. Liverpool fall at the final hurdle. We thought there was a comeback on and a bit of a charge. The goals from Nuno Mendes and João Neves put it out of sight. And well, finally the podium and the trophy. Model on the Champions League one. Don't really have any others here at Westie TV. But Marquinhos will lift another trophy. PSG Charity Cup champions. Well, I'll tell you what, it looked shaky after match day 1 when they lost to Bayern 4-0, but they brought themselves back. It looked shaky in the group stages, but they've been there all year long. And well, finally, PSG here at Wembley are the champions of the Charity Cup. And the second on the list in the Charity Cup winners. But there you have it then. Don't forget, justgiving.com/page/WestieTV for mind. Full time here at Wembley. Liverpool 2, PSG 5. PSG are your champions.